Hey guys, what's up? This is Divine here, and welcome back to another video. First of all, I want to thank you guys for all your support over the past month or so. Recently, my becoming a 5-digit video has actually blown up in views, and we even managed to hit over 100 subscribers on the channel. It was my first OSU video that I ever made, so seriously, thank you to those who watched it. Now, on to today's video topic. There has been a few questions in that video regarding advice on how to improve, get better at the game, or just how can you become a 5-digit just like me. Well, I'm not going to throw out the play more advice because, you hear that, but you don't really know what to play more of. So instead, we're going to look into a little deeper into actually improving, and hopefully it will lead to your next top play. The first tip is to progress at a steady pace. So, for example, I can play at a range of around 5 to 6 stars. Generally, I can FC 5-star maps, while for 6-star maps, I can usually pass them. So, think of your progression sort of like a staircase. If you can consistently get FCs and high accuracy on a star level, then I'd say move on to the next star rating. At first, you may have a hard time, but that's completely natural. Build up your skills so you can at least pass consistently. Then, move on towards being able to FC, and then good accuracy. Only until you are able to do this consistently should you move on to the next level. Don't go overkill and jump from 5 to, let's say, 7 stars. You're not going to be able to go from Granat to something like Big Black that easily. The biggest mistake that people do is that they focus on only passing the hardest maps. I've seen people's profiles with, an okay rank, and then I realize that their top play is something ridiculous, like a 74% accuracy C rank on Harumachi Clover hidden DT 3 miss. Sure, you passed it, but that's not exactly an impressive score. No hard feelings. I've only passed 3 7-star maps, and even I think it's ridiculous that I even did those maps in the first place. I know that I am not capable of seeing those maps consistently, so there's not really much of an incentive for me to play them at the moment. And you can apply this concept when you think about what your current strengths and weaknesses are when playing the game. Try and gauge which level you are comfortable with, and continue to increase the level if you are getting better results. For example, I am not really good with longer maps, anything above 3 minutes, and I start to feel a little pressured. So in my case, I should start by maybe playing maps at around 230, 240-ish time range, and then I can increase the time from there until I feel comfortable. Now for your strengths, if you know you are good at this specific skill, then you just need to take it a step higher. So again, using myself as an example, I am really good at jump maps at around the mid to high 5-star range. That would mean that I should probably give 6-star jump maps a try. So once I am able to do that consistently, then I can move on to an even higher level. Here's a very important tip that every player has to understand. Be patient. I know it's hard to not be able to land that FC that you've been working so hard to achieve, but unfortunately, players don't end up being insanely good overnight. Not even players like CookieZ and White Cat. They all had to start at the bottom just like us. And everyone gets better at a different rate. You might improve a lot slower or faster than some people. We just have to know that this kind of stuff takes time and practice. But if you dedicate enough time and effort into the game, just like any other thing that you do in real life, you will get better. There might be some moments where you feel like you hit a wall, a mental wall that you can't really seem to bust open. And this might happen sometimes, and I feel it commonly happens if OSU is just one of the only few games that you focus on playing. You play a game for so long and your expectations keep getting higher, but you might not end up playing better to compensate for that. So you might end up needing to take a break from OSU. 1 or 2 weeks is probably the sweet spot. Try playing other games or doing something else to pass the time, and after a while, get back onto OSU and check how you do. You'll feel a little rusty at first, but once you get back into the groove, you might play significantly better. Now, let's look into a habit that every OSU player out there should be doing. First thing is warming up. My fingers aren't exactly the strongest in terms of stamina, so if I were to jump straight into like a burst or a stream heavy map, I would feel the wrath of soreness and finger locking within a couple minutes at best. When you start your day off in Osu, play a map that isn't going to immediately burn out your fingers. Something that's a little easier or shorter in length is what I would look for. Once you feel like your hands are ready, that is when you can get the grind going. One recommendation that can come in handy is learning how to alternate. Now, that doesn't mean turn into Bubble Man. You're free to single tap if you feel comfortable doing so. However, I feel like being able to alternate can mean a better chance at getting an FC, because sometimes you might need to compensate for a sudden speed change, or if your tapping finger starts wearing out. If I didn't taught myself how to alternate, some of my top plays out there probably wouldn't exist. Speaking of which, definitely know your own physical limitations. If you're going 4 hours into Osu without a break and your hand is in agonizing pain, that's a pretty obvious sign that you should stop. Don't hurt yourself. The moment you start feeling actual pain is a sign that you need to stop playing and rest up. I've injured myself multiple times from gaming, and one of those times was from Osu. I'd spend about a month stretching my left arm every day and limit use of it, just to make it feel normal again. And while I did get my arm back to normal, I shouldn't have to deal with that kind of injury to begin with. Please take care of yourself. Last but certainly not least, remember to have fun when playing the game. I know you guys out there want to get better, but we cannot forget the reason why we play games in the first place. Okay, yeah, it's pretty cliche, but I'm sure you didn't choose to play a game to click on a bunch of circles only to get mad at that one missed choke you did. Make sure to acknowledge your improvement over time and thank yourself for putting in that effort. Osu's an easy game, but it's incredibly hard to master, and the best thing about it is that as you play, it's you that gets better. It's been a while since I've done one of these scripted videos, but they're a lot of fun to make, so if you guys are interested in seeing more of these, make sure to leave a like and feel free to discuss about other ways to improve at Osu down in the comment section. If you haven't seen my Becoming a 5-digit video, be sure to watch that as well, it's a pretty good video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more content and ring that bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.